So today we're going to have Russia and their allies versus NATO and their allies. So let's get started. So we have Russia pushing into Georgia from South Ossetia and North Abkhazia and capturing the coast there. But they are not able to push further into the country due to the mountains there. Then we have them pushing to Azerbaijan and capturing the capital. With the help of Iran, they are able to capture southern Azerbaijan. And from Armenia, they have an opening into Georgia, which they capture the capital. And all of eastern and western Azerbaijan falls. Then we have them pushing into Turkey, which was not expecting this. So we have all these countries coming to Turkey. Although Syria doesn't really have a military, so they just do this and that's it. But we do have them getting pretty far though, even though there are many mountains there. We have Serbia and Bosnia pushing into Montenegro and Kosovo, capturing those countries. Although the blue team, countries such as Croatia, Hungary, Romania, and Bulgaria do have a pretty easy time pushing into these countries until these countries surrender. And there are troops in all these countries also surrender, which gives the blue team a bit of an advantage, but I guess not. We have Russia pushing into the Donbass region. Then we have them pushing from Belarus, and without any Western funding, which I guess they could have, but let's just assume they don't. So we have them reaching Moldova, and Moldova was gonna do something like Serbia and Bosnia and just join Russia's side, but they wanted to wait until Russia would come to them, so yeah. So we have them pushing into the Odessa region and push out from there. We have them capturing bits of the main river of Ukraine until they fully encircle Kyiv, which I am kind of speeding through this a little bit, but yeah. Eventually they capture all of this territory here. And eventually Kyiv surrenders. Although we do have Ukrainian pushback up here in the north in an attempt to cut off Belarusian troops to coming down into Kyiv. But this movement is encircled and eventually forced to surrender. We have Belarus meeting up with the Russian exclave, and we have Russian troops coming into the Baltics. First Vilnius, then they start to push over into Riga, and then these portions of the country surrenders, and then it's Estonia, and they get fully wiped out. Then we have a small push into Poland, but Polish troops are defend fiercely. We have Russian troops coming into Finland, although Finland's the only country that can stop Russia from invading, so yeah, so they don't really try that much there. We have essentially a chain reaction here, because Egypt joins here, and we have Jordan and Lebanon would probably join on blue team, most likely, but who do they got? They like France, sure, but they're surrounded by a red team, so they're not gonna be that stupid. But a country who is going to be pretty stupid is Kuwait. Same thing with Saudi Arabia, Oman, UAE, and Qatar. Although we do have Yemen joining in then. And then we have Libya also joining in. We have the blue team focusing on, they're not going to do much about Russia for a little bit and try to focus on to Libya and Egypt, as Egypt is a pretty strong country and they want to get Libya out of the way. So we have them using Libya as a jump off kind of region into, we have them using Tanzania as a jump off area to get into Libya, and we have them making multiple landings on the coast of Libya. And Libya is not the strongest country, and with all these European countries and American troops in there and stuff, we have Libya surrendering, which is quite quick, but it does. What else would it do? Just saying. So we have all of Libya surrendering. Then we have Saudi Arabia pushing into Jordan, and even little bits of Egypt. We have Israel joining in, but I am not going to have Palestine joining in because then people would hate me more than they already do. So we have Israel pushing into Jordan and Egypt. With Israel coming up, Lebanon thinks if they join, they may gain land, but also, they'll help the blue team. And now Israel and Saudi Arabia are close to them. With Kuwait joining, we have them pushing into Iraq a little bit and capturing the coast over here. But they are pushed back fairly easily by the Iraq military. And then they do fall, as Iraq really needs this coast here. We have we still have Iran focusing a lot of military over here into Turkey, and this may be another two-part series, but it's already been like 8 minutes, so we have more and more of Ukraine falling until eventually the entire country falls. But we do have blue team pushback from countries like Romania, Slovakia, Hungary, and Poland. We have Poland doing a counteroffensive against Belarus and pushing them back. And we have Poland also pushing into Kaliningrad and capturing the coast there, which is a pretty big blow to Russia, but they can always get it back with the Baltic military, the Russian military in the Baltics. We have more and more American troops coming in, so we are going to have a pushback on all fronts. But before that happens, we do have Finland being Finland and pushing back Russia. And we have them pushing back Russia pretty far and coming to this lake. But they do get halted near St. Petersburg. They do manage to connect up to this lake though. And then they cut off this entire peninsula, which they just send a few troops in, and with the help of Norway, they are able to take over this entire peninsula, as the people there just want food. So, and if they are blocking the roads, they kind of have to, So we have Finland establishing this front with Russia, although they are not able to push any further into Russia. Same with Russia not being able to push back them. We have the Baltic well, not Baltic, but Russian military in Baltic pushing Poland out of Kaliningrad, and then coming into Poland here. But every single country in Europe sees this as a very important area. So, yeah. But we have Romania getting really, really scared as their capital is like right here. So we have them launching a counteroffensive into Ukraine and Moldova. And we have a large amount of Moldova territory falling. And we have this counteroffensive working really well. And from here, we are going to have the pushback of Russia. We do have Turkey pushing back Syria. And we have them then pushing into Syria and meeting up with Lebanon and Israel. Then we have them pushing back Iran, Syria, Iraq, Russia, and Armenia, although they do have troubles near Kyrgyzstan right here, which is a region in Turkey, which is more of an ethnic region, to be completely honest. Then we have all of Moldova falling to Romania and their Balkan friends. Yeah, sure. And then we have Southern European troops all coming over here. So that's Spanish, Italian, some French, and the rest of the Balkans all coming here, as they see that as the most important front for them personally. So, yeah, or culturally, something like that. Although we do have Belarus pushing back Poland, and then we have Poland pushing back Russia here until a stalemate does occur along the Polish border. We have Russia getting sanctioned once again, but I almost forgot that Yemen existed. And I said existed for a reason, because, well, Saudi Arabia and Oman pushing, and they die in just like a week. So, yeah. Although we do have Iran and Iraq treating Saudi Arabia as a very important front, their most important front, as they stop worrying about Turkey more and more, as they see that more as Russia's problem, not theirs, mostly Armenia's problem. Which, speaking of Armenia, we have Turkey spearheading to Armenia, and, well, pushing over here and taking the entire country out, because that's just what they wanted to do, I guess. And then they push back Iran and Iraq even more, and push into Iran a little bit here, although they do not make that much progress, because this part of Iran is very mountainous. And we have all of Turkey getting liberated. Unfortunately, I am going to have to end it there. So if you did enjoy this video, please subscribe. And, well, thanks for watching, and goodbye.